Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the layers of corporate filings to find the real story, and today we have a doozy of a report from NTSOL Technologies Incorporated. Let's see if this company is truly navigating the future or just getting lost in the woods. And before we dive in, make sure you are subscribed if you love getting straight answers from these reports, and join our growing community on Discord. The link is in the description below. Alright, our subject today is NTSOL Technologies Incorporated, and this is an 8K filing. Think of an 8K as a special announcement from a company. Something important happened that investors need to know about right away, not next quarter. And for NTSOL, the big news dropped on November 12th, 2025. And it's all about their financial performance for the quarter ending September 30th, 2025. This filing essentially is just telling us that NTSOL put out a press release on that November date, and they are sharing that press release with everyone through this filing. So the juicy details, the actual numbers that tell us how the company is doing, are in that press release. This 8K is like the cover letter to that important news. They are also mentioning that this information isn't officially considered filed in a way that would make them liable under certain sections of the Exchange Act. It is more of a furnishing of information, a heads up, rather than a deeply scrutinized declaration. The really important part for us is Exhibit 99.1, which is this news release. Now, while the filing itself doesn't contain the tables, the press release it refers to almost certainly does. When we look at these kinds of reports, especially an 8K reporting results of operations, we are primarily looking for the financial health of the company. What were their revenues? Did they make a profit? How do these numbers stack up against previous periods? Are they growing, shrinking, or staying flat? This is the heartbeat of the business, and investors need to see this clearly. NTSOL Technologies Incorporated is a player in the technology space, and the date of this report, November 12th, 2025, means we are looking at their performance in the third quarter of that year. Companies like this often operate in fast-moving sectors, so their ability to adapt and innovate is key. We want to see if their financial results reflect strong execution of their business strategy. Are they gaining market share? Are their products and services in demand? The numbers from the press release will be our guide. Looking at the bigger picture, NTSOL Technologies Incorporated is stated as a Nevada corporation. This might seem like a small detail, but a company's state of incorporation can sometimes be relevant for legal or tax reasons, though for day-to-day investors, the operational performance usually takes precedence. The key takeaway here is that they are a registered entity, and this filing is part of their regulatory compliance. And on the exchanges, their common stock with a par value of 1 cent per S-share trades under the ticker symbol NTWK. On the Nasdaq, this is crucial for any investor tracking their performance. When we see financial results announced, we'll want to see how that impacts or reflects the company's stock price and investor sentiment. A strong financial report usually boosts the stock, while a weak one can cause it to fall. This filing essentially points us to the press release for the nitty-gritty financial details for the third quarter of 2025. While I don't have the press release itself to analyze, in a typical scenario, this is where we'd find numbers like total revenue, cost of goods sold, operating expenses, net income or loss, and earnings per share. Wednesday compare these to last year's third quarter and also to the previous quarter, the second quarter of 2025, to spot trends. For example, if revenue grew by 20%, that's fantastic. But if costs grew by 30%, then that 20% revenue growth isn't as sweet because profits are likely squeezed. We're looking for consistency, growth, and profitability. Are they expanding their top-line revenue effectively while managing their expenses to deliver a healthy bottom line? Our analysis, so what is the story here, this 8K filing? While brief acts as a notification for a significant event, the release of NTSOL Technologies Incorporated's quarterly financial results. The real meat and potatoes, the detailed numbers that investors crave, are in the press release furnished as Exhibit 99.1. Without that press release, we can only infer the importance of the announcement. Typically, these reports reveal how much money the company made, how much it spent, and whether it turned a profit for NTSOL, listed on the Nasdaq under NTWK. These results would be critical for understanding its current trajectory and future potential. We would be looking for signs of revenue growth, effective cost management, and ultimately profitability. Any significant deviation from expectations, positive or negative, would be a key indicator of the company's health and its position in the competitive technology landscape. It's vital for investors to dig into that press release to get the full picture and make informed decisions. Alright, that is our breakdown of NTSOL Technologies Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.